All right, welcome back to another episode of College Football Unabridged. Today we're going to talk about the Tennessee Volunteers. It's another intriguing quarterback battle going on, much like at Florida, much like at Alabama. You have George McIntyre, he's been there a few seasons. Um, Big body, 6'6", kind of been in the system a little bit longer. And then you have Faison, who is the true freshman coming in, highly touted, tons of potential, tons of skills and tools. Kind of what looks like would be the face of the future, but is he ready now? And then they bring Ryan Staub from via Colorado, and it's kind of up between right now. It seems between McIntyre and Faison. Not really sure where to lean on that. It's whoever gets a job, they have. It's gonna be run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And then they're gonna throw the ball, but it's kind of a misconception that they're pass heavy. They run the ball, and then they kind of use that, and they get the deep shots in. They throw the ball, but it's a kind of a run first approach in a way. And they have Bishop back at running back, good solid running back. They have Mike Matthews there, receiver, great receiver. Staley's back. They have the pieces there. Offensive line, they have some guys there. David Sanders was a highly recruited guy. Last year was his freshman year. They brought in defensively. They kind of imported some of Penn State along with Jim Knowles. Jim Knowles typically takes a little bit to kind of get his guys going, not the first year type of guy, but you never know. I mean, it's things can always change. Aaron Carter came back, great linebacker. Definitely needed him back to kind of anchor a lot of things. They brought in Kayan Lee from Auburn. Trying to remember the name of the Penn State guys. Completely blanking on that. Amari Campbell. And so they got pieces there. They got just like it's kind of a reload, more than a rebuild. Similar type of situation in Florida. It's kind of get the quarterback in there, which guy's gonna be the best, not say game manager, but the best fit for the team. Who they rally around, who's got the playbook down, and just give it to your guys. Run the ball, give it to Bishop. You got Matthews and Staley. The schedule this year, for the first month anyway. Furman at Georgia Tech, Kennesaw State, and then you got Texas. I'm going to go into the rest of it. You got Texas, Auburn at Arkansas, Alabama at South Carolina, and then Kentucky at A&M, LSU at Vandy. That is pretty brutal stretch there towards the end. You got to get your foot. You can't kick your foot against Georgia Tech. I mean, they're a great team. But you got to get those victories. You got to win the games you need to win. You're supposed to win. You can't go and go to Arkansas and lose. You can't. If you're Tennessee and you're wanting to take that next step, you got to go take care of business wherever you can, and compete, and maybe you win one over Texas, maybe you get one over Alabama again. That's been a great resurgence of a rivalry. Last year was hit and miss. They finished 8-5, but it was kind of ebbs and flows, and especially after the Georgia game, which was a fantastic game. And you rattle off some wins, you lose. You rattle off some wins, you lose, and it's I mean, they were close losses. You give them that. But at the end of the day, just didn't get it done. And given the situation, again, with Aguilar coming in kind of last second, pretty amazing that he came in last second and did as well as he did. I mean, the beginning of the season, if you remember, there it was like, wow, this is wild that he's stepping in and they look this good. But Heupel's going to get his offense. Jim Knowles is a great defensive coordinator. Just to get the pieces in, get everything clicking. They should have a decent season. Easily a 9-win, 10-win season. Might be a little bit of a stretch with the gauntlet at the end of the season, but I think they might end up pulling out some games. Maybe people don't think they're gonna win, but overall, I would say nine win season would be a good ballpark to go with. But we'll see, and it's get past that Georgia Tech game. That's the one you guys got to get. All right.